And on that note, you're welcome to our Africa Tech segment on Network Africa. Now, in today's world of commerce, basically anything and everything can be sold over the internet. While some types of businesses call for a regular brick and mortar store to be successful, one should never dismiss the option of selling online, either in addition to a physical store or as a main source for sales. It's important to analyze your business or business plan to see if selling online could work for you, because you may find the benefits of selling online greatly outweigh the alternative, I should say. So what exactly are the benefits of opening an online store versus a physical store? But we'll tell you in a moment. That's after we speak to our experts. Joining me in studio is Konga's Director for Marketplace, Mr. Kunle Oguneye. Thank you very much, Mr. Oguneye, for your time on the program.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Nice to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. What can you tell you? You basically are the definition of online marketing. What you do.
Yes.
Could you tell us the benefits of online marketing as opposed to physical?
Well, first of all, there's no rent.
Yes.
There's no rent. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to maintain a physical presence. You don't have to equip it with air conditioning. You don't have to spend all that infrastructure cost to maintain that location. So that is your first bet. And then secondly, most importantly, what we give the seller, the customer, is that we open your world to the whole country. So if you're selling in Tejuosho Market in Yaba, you can only get the people in those environs. But if you sell online, you can sell to someone in Chigawa, you can sell to someone in Owerri, you can sell to someone in Asaba. So that's the key advantage there, that your market expands exponentially.
And now, but what people often tend to, prefer what they can see,
Yes.
as opposed to the virtual market. Why is that the case?
Well, I think it's just what we're used to initially. I mean, that's how we've been raised. All these years, you go, you touch something. But as time goes on, that's not so much of a problem anymore. You do research on the web. There are so many things that you can buy without touching. You can buy Omo, for example, detergent, soap, rice, without touching it. You know what it is, so you purchase it. Now, when it comes to items such as fashion, you may be concerned about the size. Is it a size 8? Is it a size 10? Is it a size 12? And but with research, these things get better, and you are better able to determine what works for you online.
But there must be some cost in terms of website. If you compare it to the amount it costs to rent a space, what is the difference?
Oh, our business model is such that we only charge you a commission on items sold. So it's quite affordable.
No, I mean, what I'm talking about is how much does it cost for a website? Yes, as in because Konga, for instance.
Yes.
If you compare the cost of having that platform as opposed to a physical platform where you have to pay rent or pay for space, is the difference, is it massive?
It is. I'll tell you, we have about 25,000 plus registered sellers on our platform. Imagine if we built a mall to house 25,000 plus sellers. That cost would be in the billions, maybe trillions of naira. And the number of sellers on our platform continues to increase on a daily basis. So it's foreseeable that we will get to 100,000 to 250,000 to 1 million at some point. And you just imagine the space required to even build that physically.
But we're going to come back to you in a moment. But we want to give some of our viewers who don't want to spend the money at all. We actually want to link up with one of our dear, what will I call her in this case, a marketer. She goes by the name of Sade Adeoye. She joins us from the United Kingdom. Now, what Sade does is similar to what we see on Konga, but she does not have a website. She just makes use of social media in terms of Facebook and Instagram. And she joins us right now all the way from London. Shade, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Shade, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, unlike what Mr. Oguneye does in terms of having a website, you've been able to use social media to your advantage, and you're not. Are you really paying for anything?
I do pay for adverts, but that's basically, I don't pay for any other thing. It's just adverts, and you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
So are you telling us that we can eat our cake and have it when it comes to
you can put it that way, yeah. I only pay for adverts just to get more people on the page, and at the moment I've got over 30,000 people on my Facebook page, and that's through paying for adverts.
But how well is your business doing?
I would say it's doing really well. I do agree with what the Conga director actually said. Basically, people are struggling to accept the move onto e-shopping at the moment, and it's just creating that awareness that people are moving away from going into physical shops and buying things online. Once we can get over that barrier, I'm sure every other thing will fall into place. But it's doing really, really well. I started with about 10 BBM contacts, for example. Right now, I've got 2,000 BBM contacts, and that's just by doing what I do online.
Wow. What advice do you have for the viewer who wants to be like you, and not necessarily Mr. Oguneye in terms of dropping the money for the website? What tips would you give to start the business?
I would say first you need to have passion for what you're doing. It's a really challenging job. Conga has made a name for itself. For example, I'm just an individual, and it's quite a struggle getting people to understand the fact that you are a genuine business, you are real, you are providing the service that you've advertised. So it's just having passion for it, because those things could actually make you want to stop. But if you believe strongly in what you're doing, just set up a Facebook account, pay a few pounds or a few thousands of naira, and you start from there. Once you're good at what you do, word of mouth is alone is good on itself to promote your business, which is what has helped me come this far.
Well, I really do admire what you're doing, and thank you so much for joining us. We're very thankful for your time. I've been speaking to Shade Adeoye. She is the owner of Affordable Designs, and she's been operating and also speaking to us from London. And we're coming back to you, Mr. Oguneye. What are the benefits of having a website as opposed to just social media?
Well, I think they go hand in hand. There's no difference, really. If you're going to have a website, you need to have social media to promote it.
Yes.
It's like having an offline presence, a store. You need a billboard to tell people to come into your store. So that's what social media does for you. Social media tells people that I have these products. Visit this website and you'll be able to see the thousands of products or the hundreds of products or the tens of thousands of products that I have.
All these merits, there has to be something that might be, there has to be a demerit in all this.
I don't see it.
Are you sure?
I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, this is convenience. This is distance selling at its best. You are sitting on your bed before you fall asleep. You remember, oh, I need to get a wristwatch. Oh, I need to buy a tablet. Oh, I need to buy a goat for Ileya that's coming up. I see no demerits whatsoever.
So you can also buy goats online?
You can buy goats on Conga.com. You can buy turkeys. You can buy, at a point we sold cars. We've stopped selling them now. But almost anything you can think of. Fashion items, phones, you can buy ice cream making machines.
Wow. I'm excited, and I'm tempted to start my own online market.
Please, welcome.
I'm tempted to do that. And in truth, when we did some research, the Network Africa team, we actually saw a lot of benefits. We didn't really see demerits, and here are just a couple of those benefits. Like Mr. Oguneye rightly said, you've got lower startup costs in terms of, you can save like thousands of naira. I'm talking about rent, utility expenses, property tax, and also insurance. And that alone can add up fast compared to what you were going to spend on a physical location. Another benefit is changes can be made with ease. What I mean by this is that with an e-commerce store, when you compare it to a physical store, the ease with which you can make changes is remarkable. If you want to change, for instance, the price of a product, with an e-commerce store, prices can be changed in the back end by simply changing the product's price field. In a physical store, you might have to go to each product and tag each one, which could be very, very, very difficult and also time consuming. Another benefit is the customer reach. Mr. Oguneye explained that to us. You can reach anyone in the world when you have an e-store compared to a physical one. So that's a really big plus. And also, when you're measuring results as regards your online marketing, it's a lot easier to do compared to having a physical market. And at this point, I'd just like to ask you, Mr. Oguneye, before I let you go, what tips can you give to that marketer that is watching right now and saying, do I not? How do they start?
Well, you have to. And Konga.com is a wonderful platform. It's very simple. You come in, you register, you upload your products within 24 hours. Your products are online. Like the other guests shared, you are more successful when you are marketing on social media. And it's as simple as just sending an email to your friends or your WhatsApp group or your BBM group. Hey, I have these products online if you're interested by. That's the first step. So it's as simple as that. There's minimal effort.
I'm inspired. I think I'm going to open my shop immediately after the program. And thank you so much. Mr. Oguneye has been speaking to us, and he is with Konga.com. And our question of the day is, which do you prefer? Do you prefer physical shops or online stores? Based on the discussion we just had, I prefer online stores, since you can even buy goats online. And at this point, you can also feel free to reach out to us either via email or Twitter regarding which one you prefer, be it physical or online stores. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. It's been a pleasure. I'm Cynthia Are.